Hello everybody, in this video we'll talk about some predictions for November 2021 Visa Bulletin. This is based on chats with the State Department every month. So we analyze it, we'll give you all the details in this video. We'll talk about retrogression, predictions, and what you can expect while you wait for your visa interview. So what are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our immigration channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and we work with clients in all 50 states and around the world. In this video, we want to talk about some predictions for the November 2021 Visa Bulletin, and this is based on a monthly chat that the State Department releases with their Chief of Visa Control Unit, Charlie Oppenheim. So like every month, viewers post questions and the State Department answers, and we're going to analyze some of these questions to make it easier for you to understand and also provide some predictions as to what's coming in the next few months. So the first questions that were presented to the State Department is the issue of the change in terminology from calling cases documentary qualified to now referencing them as documentary complete. And the issue is, why is the MVC and the State Department are now using the term documentary complete, and how is that different from documentary qualified? And again, this is a question that I've been getting from a lot of my clients and people that are watching this channel. So essentially, when they say documentary complete, it's exactly the same thing as documentary qualified. What that means is that the National Visa Center has completed reviewing your documents. You don't need to send them any more documents. They're good, and essentially your case is ready for an interview. They're just waiting for an embassy to open an interview slot, to notify the MVC 30 days before they can do that, and so they can send that case directly to the embassy. So if you get a notification email that says that your case is now documentary complete, don't be confused. It's exactly the same thing as documentary qualified. This is a new thing that they started doing in the past couple of months, essentially just to make people understand that, hey guys, everything is good, you gave us all the documents that we need, and now we're just waiting in the queue to send your case to the interview as soon as we get a slot from the US Embassy. So hopefully that clarifies that question. The following question was presented specifically for Charlie Oppenheim, and this focuses on retrogression. The question was as following. In the projections of visa availability in the coming months, you mentioned that some of the retrogression of the employment final action dates could occur as early as November. Would such retrogression be in months or years? Let's see what Charlie had to say.
At this time, I can't really estimate how much the employment retrogressions may be or how soon they will occur. I just wanted to alert all the viewers and readers of the Visa Bulletin that the retrogression was a potential action. At the beginning of October, I will make a review of the amount of demand that we have in-house and immigration service demand, which is expected to reach us in the near future. So again, I will monitor USCIS use of the numbers to determine when it's going to actually be necessary for the retrogression. And should a retrogression be required, the goal is always to have them be a one-time retrogression to minimize future use, but still have the potential for forward movement at a certain point later in the year if the current level of demand were to subside and allow such movement. Another consideration is that there could be legislative action which may impact the fiscal 2022 annual limits, and such potential action would be considered before any corrective action would be taken. The reason is that we would not want to retrogress any of the dates only to then have to, advance them a short time later. But it is worth mentioning that the longer I wait to have any corrective action, that delay would eventually, if it's eventually required, the retrogression would be more dramatic. So again, a delay in doing so may cause the ultimate retrogression to be a little bit more than it might have been if it had occurred earlier on.
So as you can see, retrogression is inevitable. And what Charlie said, the more we delay this retrogression, it's going to be more significant and more dramatic because of the visa number usage. So we have to see. But again, the more we delay it, the more significant that retrogression will be. Next question is focused on DV lottery winners, which I think is important for you to see. What is the State Department position on that? As one of the lucky ones to get selected for the Diversity Visa Lottery Program and duly submitted the required documents for KCC processing. However, I have yet to receive any communication from KCC regarding interview scheduling, and the deadline is fast approaching. When will I notified? So it's a really important point. A lot of people are wondering because they're not receiving any communication from KCC. Let's see what Charlie had to say about that.
Yes, this is one of the many questions. We got a lot of these questions on the advanced submissions, and the Kentucky Consular Center is scheduling cases based on the processing capacity to act on such cases at various posts. I cannot really comment on when or if certain cases may be scheduled. It may not be the case with this person's specific situation, but this is an example of why it is very important for applicants to always act in either their diversity visa or regular immigrant visa category in a very timely manner, and not wait until there's an indication that either their rank number or their priority date is about to be reached. Because the cases are processed in basically a first in, first out case. So somebody that became qualified earlier in the year would be and was not able to be scheduled would be typically scheduled first. So it is important to do so. And with the diversity immigrant visa cases, again, they are being scheduled to the maximum capacity at post, but post capacity situations vary from country to country.
Bottom line from Charlie's response is that you have to be proactive with your case. Specifically, if it's a DV lottery, you have to be contacting the ACC, even if you haven't received any notification from them, just to follow up. Don't just wait for your rank number or priority date to be reached. Be proactive before that, because cases come in first come, first served, and you have a deadline, especially if you have a DV lottery winner. So it is important to be very, very proactive in those kind of cases. As you can see, there's going to be no significant movement in the family-based categories. And the reason is because they have enough demand based on the established dates they have to utilize the numbers for the foreseeable future. And therefore, the movement in the family-based categories is going to be very, very slow in the near future. And finally, one of the questions that was asked is, when can we expect normal processing at the U.S. embassies and consulates worldwide from the State Department perspective? And what Charlie had to say is that there's no really clear answer to that. It will depend on a post-by-post basis. As we know, even if they have one final order to get these embassies to reopen and work on a regular basis, we know it's not practical because they are working a little bit differently. Depends on what country they are located. The bottom line is that some embassies are making more efforts than others. Some embassies are well equipped to reopen and conduct interviews. And as always, we'll keep you posted as to which embassies are doing a better job, which embassies are fully functioning, and which embassies are still lagging behind. So once again, hopefully the information in this video was helpful. We try to bring this analysis every single month to make it a little bit easier for you to understand. Make sure to check our channel every single month. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and always get the most up-to-date information. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.